All right, I'm here today and I'm gonna try to make spaghetti for y'all. As you know, most seasons, but tomatoes are not in season and all, but you can use drained tomatoes and use tomato paste and tomato sauce. And I have all the ingredients down below, but I'm gonna walk you through as fast as I can because we're short on time. So what we have here is I have not added my sugar because I wanted to show you, and I got the ingredients down below. I add to my tomato paste and tomatoes and tomato sauce, I add just about that much sugar. That kills the acidity whenever you cook it. Okay, and I have a large onion, a large bell pepper, and I have all my seasonings in here that's going to be below in the recipe. And I have 2 tablespoons of garlic here, and I have a pound of pasta here. And over here on my stove, I have a pound of hamburger meat, and I'm going to use this one boiler for everything, and I'll show you how. We're going to start this up like that. So, and get a spoon. Now, as I do this, I'm going to try my best to put you on here, and I can only hope that you can see because it's not letting me turn it around, so we'll see. I'm going to go behind it and see what the angle is. Okay, it looks like it's showing. If not, it'll be another day. But right now, as you can see, I'm not doing anything special or anything. Just waiting on the the boiler to heat up. But I need to add a cup of water to this. Now, me being me, I don't measure anything, but I did put measurements down below for everyone. And I have everything that's in here. Normally, but for time's sakes, we're not able to cook this for 45 minutes. So normally I would simmer this and keep adding water to it, and you'll see that in the directions. But normally I would simmer it for 30, 45 minutes maybe. But for now, and I'm gonna try to fix this, I know y'all can't see down in my pot, but I'm gonna put my onions and my peppers in here as soon as my hamburger meat starts to brown. And I want to set a bowl to the side for my grease when I drain it off. You never add garlic in till the end because garlic will burn and it tastes horrible when it burns. It has a bitter taste. But I'm going to get my hamburger meat started before I add my peppers and onions. And I'm going to put it back over there where it's safe. And I promise you, as I go along, my videos will get better. I'm using my phone right now. And later I will get a camera if this works out good. But I'm not too sure Albert is thrilled about me doing this, but he didn't seem thrilled when I talked to him about it. So, but we'll see. We'll see. This could be my first one. This could be my last one. Who knows? But he doesn't mind me doing the animal videos. He's like that. He's kind of private on stuff. So, but we'll see. No, hold on. My butter, I forgot to bring my butter. And I just usually pinch off some. I guess I do this so much that I really don't think about measurements, but I usually pinch maybe about that much off. And I put it in with my sauce. It makes it creamy. Okay. I'm going to take this off and try to I think I can maybe do it one-handed so y'all can sort of get a better view. As soon as I figure out where the little hook is, just holding the phone in. Here we go. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to make y'all busy. But you see, this is 80-20. It usually produces a lot of grease, which grease is flavor. And whenever I get it down good and get all the grease and all in it, I usually add all my seasonings. And like I said, we'll use this one pot for the entire thing. As soon as it gets brown. Not easy doing it one-handed, that's a good blessing, sure. But you want to make sure the hamburger meat is cooked all the way through and brown. Sometimes I can brown mine really brown because once you put it in the sauce and all, it will sort of bring it back to life. So. And I'm just cooking mine with some simple garlic bread I have that I got at the store. So. Okay, now that's about right to add my onions and my peppers. And my bell peppers were frozen because I found a whole bunch of bell peppers in the markdown bin and I set and cut them up and put them in the freezer. And they're just rough chopped, nothing special, nothing great about it. Now the onions were out of the markdown bin too, so that was fine too. But I got a new onion and potato bin right here. And it came and I love it. Potatoes were out of the markdown bin too, so. I usually check markdown bins before I do any shopping. Alright, now I'm gonna brown this up, and you see how it is. I'm gonna put you back on the tripod until I can get you get this brown, and then I'll show you the next step. Pammy's waiting. Okay, hold on one second. Turn you back around. Okay, you're still there. Alright, I know it's kind of hard and awkward to see, but I will eventually learn my angles and stuff. So. But it was kind of hard for me to do that one-handed. See, it's starting to look pretty good. It's getting browned, and the onions and the peppers are browning too at the same time. And I got my butter and my sugar in here. All that will go in the pot last. And I got my pasta. And you'll be amazed how delicious this is. I mean, you just couldn't imagine. But as I said before, I'll list all the ingredients below so that everybody can see them. I do want to add a little beef powder to that. I keep my beef powder in a big container because I buy so much of it. And just like there again, it's in the thing. I just sprinkle enough to give the beef some flavor. Everything's about seasoning, and when you season things, you just don't want to season the finished product. You want to season in layers. Like when I cook my pasta, I will cook them in boiling, real salty water and drain them. Okay? Because this is getting almost to the point where we are going to drain it and strain it. I want to get it a little bit browner than that. I'm not sure if you can see this. So, but it's getting to the point where it'll be fine. And as I said before, this is my very first one. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to do stupid stuff. You're going to make fun of me. You're going to laugh at me. That's all fine. I don't give a crap. I enjoy cooking and I want to share it with everyone. And I do my best to do that. And I enjoy feeding people. I love feeding people. I even buy styrofoam plates so I can take people's plates. So. I mean, my cooking, like I said before, is not the healthiest in the world. It's just country cooking. I mean, not meant to be healthy. If you want healthy, eat a salad, I guess. You know, even I eat salads. I like salads too. So. Okay. And this, believe it or not, doesn't hardly have any grease in it. For it to be 80-20, I'm really shocked. Because I never buy 90-10. No. And this might have even came out the markdown. I marked down shop before I even do anything in the rest of the store. I check all markdown units. Now the rest is just waiting for a few minutes. And we're just about there. But normally, like I said, I would simmer what's in that bowl there, the tomato paste, the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, the butter, and all that. I would simmer that and keep adding water to it till it thickens. But for time's sake, we can't do that. But it's wrote out in the instructions. Oh yeah, there we go. Out right here and use it to I use it to do my finished product. Okay, now I'm going to do our garlic. This is just close enough to get it. So close to the end, you only want this to go just a couple of minutes. You want the garlic just to infuse into the beef and the onions and all of them work together with the broth and stuff. Now next, right before I strain it, I'm going to put this in. This is all the seasonings I have listed. I just, for time's sake, went ahead and listed all of them. Smell really good. Right there we go. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but if you'll see, very little oil in it. And you need a little bit of fat. I may not even have to strain this. As a matter of fact, I don't think I do because there's no oil in it. And I will show you that as soon as I get it in the bowl. So now, I'm going to take this and dump it in my bowl. This just comes out of here, like that. Don't have to wash this all out, don't have to do anything. Didn't have to strain it, so I can set that there. Next thing I'm going to do is set that there. I want the water to heat up. And I got salt. I buy salt in bulk, so I put it in here. It makes it easier. Oh yeah, this is really good. This is our meat mixture. You see it's not greasy or anything. Now, when we go to, we'll put this on the stove last, our tomato paste and tomatoes and butter and stuff. Now we're going to do the pasta. And when my pasta gets done, for time's sake, I'm going to strain it, dump it in with the meat, and then I'll put my tomato paste and stuff to cook. As I said before and 100 times, I am new to this. I am doing my very best. I really want to do this. I stay at home a lot of times and I'm so bored and tired, but I cannot work. So I want something to do. And the animals are wonderful and I love them, but I just need a little something more. And I just think maybe this will be the something more I kind of need in my life. So we'll see. Okay, don't need to wash this. Don't worry about that. And wash it when it's all over with. about 2 quarts of water into 1 pound of hamburger. There we go. You need to wait for that to come to a boil. And I'm going to put salt in it, liberally, however much you feel, that is fine. Now in the end, when this is cooking, this tomato paste and tomatoes and stuff, after it simmers down a little bit, you'll want to taste the tomato paste for salt, pepper, more Italian seasoning, more oregano, you know, then you adjust it. But your meat has been infused with all that stuff. And I was shocked it did not have that much grease in it, I really am. And it really looks really good. So, and as I don't know if I said before, but the red pepper flakes I put in, they're not hot because you don't put enough of them in it to make it hot, because I don't like hot stuff at all. You put enough of it just to give it some warmth. So, I want to make sure I'm still going. Yep, still going. Okay. For some reason or another, I couldn't get my camera to turn around, which is just crazy. But as soon as this comes to a boil, you want to, and you can use the same spoon, you want to put your pasta in there, and it's almost to a boil now. Just boil pasta to the directions that are on the package. Very simple. And I promise you, this is really some good spaghetti. It's better than just opening a can of spaghetti sauce and dumping it in. And it's exactly home except for the tomatoes. And I have fresh tomatoes. I was just showing you a way because I could have used fresh tomatoes. So, and I could have used these 5 to make the sauce, but I was showing you a way that you could do it because not everybody keeps fresh tomatoes around. I wouldn't have these if Albert didn't want tomato sandwiches. So. Water is almost to a boil. Now I break my pasta in half because it's easier for Mama to eat it, and me and Albert likes it broken in half too. A lot of people will put it in whole. If that's your preference, that is fine. Do just that. This is just about to a boil. And see, you still get all the seasonings from cooking the meat mixture in the noodles too. So there we go. Oh, and Casey Young, this is for you. Casey's always messing with me about having a pot of rice on the stove, but I cook a pot of rice every morning. I cook 2 pounds of rice every morning, and I cook it for the pigs. See, this rice is for tomorrow, and it'll get cold overnight sitting on the stove. And tomorrow, when I make dog food every day for the dog, with dog food, chicken bouillon or beef bouillon, dog food and rice, and anything we have left over, biscuits or cornbread or stuff, and then the rice stretches it and feeds them more. You're able to feed them more, and they love the rice. Y'all have seen the videos of them eating the rice. And Albert loves it too, because Albert comes in here and gets some off the top and puts butter on it. So, because I clean the pot out, the pot is clean, it's just rice, just plain rice. I bring 4 quarts of water to a rolling boil, pour the pinch of salt in it, and pour a rice in there and stir it till it comes back to a rolling boil. I cover it up, wait till I see the first bubble, turn it off, slide it to the back, do not take the lid off the pot. Wonderful rice, absolutely wonderful. Okay, this is just about done. Now, you want to save some of that pasta water, meaning this is how I got it. So I can save just a little bit of that pasta water. You never want to pour all your pasta water out because it's got starches that will help this sauce bind with the meat that will bind with the pasta. Yep. Now, this is done. I will strain this. Now, as that's sitting there, I'm going to put this back on the eye, like this. I'm going to take all my mixture right here, and I'm going to pour it in here so it can start to boil. we're almost through. Now, see that little bit in there? I'm not letting that go. I'm going to pick my pasta water up. Set it over here for just a second. I'll take just a little bit of that pasta water and get all that. Get as much of that as I can because it's going to bring it to a boil and it's going to come on down. Okay. Now our noodles are strained. They can go straight into the pot. Pasta juice I reserved and put just enough in there to break the noodles up. And as I said before, I would normally boil this. I would set all this aside and boil this for at least 35-45 minutes and just keep adding water to it till it was thick and bubbly. But for time's sake, I don't have that much time. But it is in the instruction and it will be down below. You just basically that you're good as long as you bring it to a rolling boil and taste it and make sure it's seasoned well enough. The sugar's going to cut the acidity of the tomatoes because tomatoes are very acidic. Oh yeah, that's good. That is really good. It doesn't need anything. That is good. And my butter was salted butter, so that helps it too. And I use real butter and salted butter. It's already about come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, I'm going to leave my pasta water sitting here, and then we're going to add this to our pasta, and we're going to toss it all together, which you can go ahead and toss your noodles now if you wanted to. And like I said, you have to keep adding a little pasta water, keep your noodles from sticking. Ain't going to hurt them in the least. That's why you save your pasta water. Look at that. That really looks good. Albert would kill himself tonight. That's why he's got a pot belly. So, a little bit more pasta water. That pasta water is amazing. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but look at that. Then you got to add your sauce, and you ain't even added it yet. Look at that. Now, I go to Sam's and oh, it's boiling. I go to Sam's and get, hold on. I get Parmesan. And I'll add a little bit because it adds a little flavor. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And then a little more pasta water. You keep adding your pasta water because it's going to drink it. You're going to think it's not going to drink it, but you're going to be surprised. It will drink every bit of it up. Alright. Ah, yes. Very good. Now, when you first pour this in, you're going to say, oh my God, I made too much sauce. No, give it a minute, let it sit. It'll drink every bit of that sauce up. Every bit of that sauce will be drank up. You'll be shocked. I usually make mine and set it in the oven for about 30 minutes. You'll come back, you won't see any of that sauce, that liquid sauce. Because you're just going to say, oh my God, I made way too much pasta sauce. No, you didn't. And it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be good. And I'll show you the garlic bread on the serving bed. Hold on, I got to get it. Just a Texas toast garlic bread. I'm going to throw it in the oven. I have a coupon. I think I paid like 80 cents for it. So See, this is already sucking the sauce up. All right, then that pasta water, this is what I'll do with this pasta water. I will set this bowl to the side, and any scraps off people's plate and all they don't eat, they can put it in here. I keep a lid on it, and tomorrow that'll go in with the dog's food. Pasta water is really good for their insides. It helps them. All right, I think we're through here. So let me clean up a little bit and get everything together. I'm going to turn you around so you can see the finished product. First, I think... Okay, you're still on. I thought I turned you off. I'm going to take a fork and taste a little bit so y'all know that how it tastes. Well, you won't know how it tastes, but I'll know how it tastes. Very, very, very good. Okay. Alright, I'm trying to take you off the tripod so you can see. There we go.